So the problem with summer fragrances in general is that they don't really last that long, and that's a lot of the reason why people dislike summer fragrances. That's why people dislike light citrus fragrances, just because they don't perform that good. So today I'm going to fix that. I'm going to give you 10 of the best performing summer fragrances that I own in my collection. So these are all fragrances that last at least over 8 hours on my skin, and to me that's solid, right? When it comes to citrus fragrances especially, getting over 8 hours is pretty solid, but a lot of these last longer than that. So let's go and jump right into this. Starting off with the first one, we have Mancera Cedrat Boise. So just like how I was telling you that some of these last over 8 hours, this would be a perfect example right here. This one, I get around 10, 11, 12 hours every single time when I wear this one, and that is a lot. That's a really long time to have a fragrance on your skin. On top of that, this is a fresh citrus fragrance. It does have a little bit more of a woody depth to it, but still, citrus is kind of the main players in this one. And by far, this stuff is probably one of the longest lasting ones that I own. Cedrat Boise, really good stuff, and it easily makes it in this list as one of the longest lasting summer fragrances. Up next, we have Nishane Wulong Cha. So this is a tea-based fragrance, tea, citrus, and this one is another one that of course lasts a very long time. This is an extrait to parfum concentration, so you know, with that you would expect good performance, and this one does last a very long time, and you wouldn't expect a fragrance that smells like this to have good performance, right? It's very light, it's very airy, it's very fresh, it's got that gorgeous tea note. You would expect a scent like this to last, you know, a few hours, but this stuff again is another one that I'm getting over 8-9 hours on my skin with this one, and that's very impressive, especially for this type of scent. So if you're looking for a nice, fresh, unique summer fragrance, you got to check this one out. This stuff is gonna kill it, and like I said, over 8-9 hours every single time. It's gonna be more unique than a lot of the other ones here in this list. Also, is going to be a little bit more expensive, but if again you have a little bit more of a budget, you're looking for something unique with very good longevity, and that's just going to be a good compliment getter and a great one for summertime, you have to check this one out, Wulong Cha. Moving into the next one, we have a Creed. This one, you might not be expecting this one, maybe you will, maybe you won't. This is actually Virgin Island water. You were probably expecting to hear Aventus, and yes, Aventus is one that is a very long-lasting one for summer, but honestly, I ended up just going with this one instead. Why? Because I feel like this one is a little bit overlooked. Creed typically is known for having, you know, a lot of nice fresh fragrances that don't last, right? Millésime Imperial is a good example of a very gorgeous smelling summer fragrance, but with practically no performance at all. There's only a select few that perform good, Aventus being probably the main one that people think of, but this is one that I feel like not everyone is necessarily thinking about when it comes to thinking of a good performing summer fragrance from Creed. Virgin Island water does really well on my skin. Longevity, I get about 8 or so hours every time I wear this one, which again is solid. That's really good performance for a fragrance like this, and it's one that I just love wearing in the summertime. It's so tropical, it's just so fun smelling, and it's just a good performing one. Again, not everyone is going to be thinking of this scent when it comes to thinking of Creeds that last long, but this one is one that I really wanted to highlight and put a little bit more attention on it, because I feel like this one is overshadowed just a little bit more. I feel like Millésime Imperial, Silver Mountain Water, Aventus, those are probably the main summer fragrances. Virgin Island Water does get a decent amount of talk, but I still feel like it's overlooked a little bit, especially in terms of performance, because on me, it performs good. It may be different on you. Keep in mind this list is based off of my personal experience. I can't speak for everyone on how everything performs. This is just kind of what works for me. Some of this may work for you, some of this may not, but Virgin Island Water, this one is one that works for me every time. And up next we have Dior Aqua Fahrenheit. So now we're getting into some of the designers. This isn't an all niche list. We do got some designers in here. Starting off with this one, Aqua Fahrenheit. This is a pretty unique fresh scent. This is not really something that smells like a lot of the others on the list. It does have that Dior Fahrenheit DNA, but with a little bit of a lighter touch to it, hence the Aqua name of the scent. And this stuff, very good performance as you would expect. Longevity wise, again, around that 9 hour mark, 8 to 9 hours, it just really depends, but really solid performance from this one. Also pretty unique as well. I've done a full review on this one, so if you're kind of interested in this one, you could check that review out, but this one kind of has this like cucumber type of smell, and there's a lot of violet, there's a little bit of citrus. Definitely a unique scent for summertime with good performance. And it's one that I really enjoy and I like to wear. I do believe this one is discontinued. I may be wrong. I think it is though, so if it is, this is one you're going to be wanting to pick up, you know, whenever you get the chance, because I'm pretty sure it is still relatively easy to get. If you look on eBay and if you look on Facebook, pretty sure you can still pick up bottles for a pretty good price. But I do believe that this is discontinued, and if that's the case, you're going to want to pick up a bottle now. In my opinion, it's highly worth checking this one out. Again, really nice smell, very unique and good performance. And what else could you ask for in a summer fragrance? Up next we have Fendi Aqua. So this one is another one that's very unique. This one is one I really haven't heard anyone talk about, I don't think. I kind of discovered this one on my own just when I was looking for some more unique summer fragrances, some more unique aquatic fragrances. I discovered this one last summer and I blind bought it, and I was pleasantly surprised. This stuff is honestly pretty cool. This one's got some aquatic notes, it's got leather, it's got a little bit of a spice to it, so it's like an aquatic marine fresh scent, but with a little bit of depth to it, and that is kind of what gives it this good performance. Longevity on this one, 8 or 9 hours again, so solid longevity. It gets you through the whole day, and again, this is one that has a very unique factor to it, kind of similar to the Dior Fahrenheit Aqua, one that not everyone has smelled before. This is going to be right there in line with that, not something that people are going to be used to smelling. And that's something that a lot of us look for when it comes to a fragrance, right? Some of us want something that's different, that's going to set us apart from everyone else. And, you know, this is going to do that for you really well. If you do want to play it more safe and go with something that more people are more likely to like, maybe not go with this one. It does smell very good, but it doesn't have that like mass appeal to it like some of the other ones that we're going to get to. But if you're looking for something different, something that's just unique and that's going to set you apart, you know, something that you're going to make your signature scent, when you walk into your work or to your school, everyone's going to know that that's you because no one else is wearing it. That type of thing, if that's what you're looking for, you got to check this one out. Fendi Aqua, great performance, great unique factor, and it's just another great one for summertime. Also pretty affordable too. I think $30 or $40 for 100 ml bottle like this. You can get a tester. Pretty good deal. Up next we have Dior Sauvage. So of course we had to put Sauvage in here just because this stuff just works. There's no doubt about it. Longevity on me, I'm getting about 9-10 hours, sometimes more than that on my skin, which is pretty crazy. Sometimes I've caught whiffs of it like around the 12-hour mark, you know, at the very end of a day, which is crazy. So very long lasting stuff here. And this is one where if you want to go towards the more safe, mass appealing route, this is the one you're going to want to look at. So like I was talking about with the last scent, that one's more unique. This one just kind of goes in more of a safe direction that basically everyone is going to like. So if you're looking for a very versatile scent with great performance, great compliment factor, just overall something that smells really clean, fresh, and nice, and that you can wear it all year round and get really good performance from it, you gotta check out Sauvage. The haters are always gonna be there hating on this scent, and hey, I get it. I mean, it's not unique, it's not very high quality. It is, you know, synthetic smelling because it is very scratchy and harsh. It is something that if you smell it up close, you're probably not going to be overwhelmed with it. If you just let it do its thing and you really accept it for what it is, it's not a bad scent. Up next, we have Acqua di Gio Profumo. So this guy is one that was one of my favorites at some point. This used to be one that I would wear all the time in the summer, like almost every day. It's kind of my signature summer fragrance. I really love this stuff. Over time, I have kind of grown out of it. I've discovered some other fragrances that I like more now, but that doesn't, you know, hide the fact that this is still an incredible scent, and the performance is awesome as well. I get consistently 9 to 10 hours on this one as well in terms of longevity, which is really good for a fresh aquatic scent, right? This is a flanker to Acqua di Gio, obviously, and that is pretty much the most popular men's fragrance of all time. That fragrance does not perform at all. That really doesn't. So if you want a performing version of Acqua di Gio, but with a little bit of a darker twist, this one has incense and patchouli in it, and this is the one you're going to want to go for. It's got more of a mature edge to it, like I said, really good for nighttime. But the best part is the performance. This stuff is very strong on my skin. Moving on to the next one here, we have Mancera Sicily. So this one is another one that is just very strong. It's a citrus fragrance. That's pretty much all it is, just straight up a bunch of citrus, and performance on me is insane. 11-12 hours is what I get from this one, with really good projection as well. It's honestly just crazy how good this stuff performs, being that it is a light, fresh scent. This is one that if you like fragrances like that, you got to check this one out. I will say the only thing about this scent that you may not like is that it may be a little bit feminine to some people. Definitely a unisex scent all the way through, and like I just said, some people are going to think it's feminine. Me personally, I love the scent. I appreciate it as a nice citrus fragrance, so because of that, I wear it a lot because I just like it. But some of you out there probably not going to like it as much, but I still want to include it in the list just because I really don't think you're going to find fragrance like this that performs this good that often. So Mancera Sicily, this is another one that's under the radar. A lot of people are going to be looking at Cedrat Boise instead because this one more popular, gets more talk. But Sicily, definitely an under the radar kind of hidden gem with incredible performance. Really, really good stuff here. One of the best, in my opinion, at least for summertime. Just smells great. Second to last scent here, we have Acqua Atlantique. I'm going to make this quick just because I talk about this one in every video, but for good reason. Great performance, great compliments, nice unique factor, just smells incredible. And also performance, I guess I should mention, over 12 hours on my skin, and it performs better than Sauvage does on my skin, so there's that for you. So last up here we have Pineapple Vintage Intense by Parfums Vintage. So this stuff is really, really solid stuff. I don't wear it all that often, but I've been wearing it here a little bit more recently. Performance has been crazy. For example, I wore this one day, sprayed it on sometime in the afternoon, and then the next day when I woke up, my girlfriend said that she could still smell it on my skin and she could smell it throughout the night. So basically this stuff lasted almost an entire day. So that's pretty crazy performance. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than that. Pineapple Vintage Intense, kind of in a take on Aventus, but with a little bit more of a different direction. Obviously focuses more on the pineapple note. That's what this scent does. Performance is crazy, and it's just a really nice one for summertime as well. That was it, guys. That was my top 10 best performing summer fragrances. Let me know down below which ones perform best for you. That's pretty much going to do it, guys. So if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a night post. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.